So as a kid, Moses, what would you have dressed up as that you wanted to be when you were all grown up? Did you know it was a sportscaster?
Not really.
No?
Not originally. It was going to be policeman, spaceman,
Spaceman.
fireman.
Good one.
Anything that ends with man, mailman. It's pretty much one of those things. But I'll say this, you know, give credit to that one kid though. That was pretty neat. Angry businessman. That was very innovative.
Smart kid. Keeping with local kids here, it's do or die for the Holy Rosary Raiders.
Yeah, you bet. Well, that's one of the things that's exciting about the playoffs. Anything can happen, and their title defense starts tonight, actually, against the Bonneville Voyageurs in the Wheatland Football League quarterfinals. Matt Schumont has more on what should be a great tilt.
After dropping their final game to wrap up the regular season, the Raiders are now forced to take the long road if they want to repeat as champions, but the team isn't concerned about playing an extra game.
We love playing, so we'll get out there and we'll give it our best shot. And yeah, football game's football game. We'll play.
It's better than just resting and not having a game, and then actually having the game and then having some experience and like keep it going so that we don't like cramp up or like get injured or anything.
Finishing the season with a 4-3 record, the Black and Silvers say there were times when they were not focused and were playing more like individuals instead of a team.
There's been a lot of conflict going on throughout our team individually. We have to stay together as a team and as a family and just make sure nobody gets mad at each other.
Cut down on mistakes. I think last week mistakes beat us. I think we shot ourselves in the foot there a few times. It was pretty obvious if you're at the game to see that a couple special teams mistakes was the difference in the game.
The Raiders welcome the Voyageurs, where in week 3 Holy had no problems hammering Bonneville 58-20, but no, they can't take them lightly in the playoffs.
As a team, we just have to stay strong. We can't underestimate them. We can't just say we're better and that's the end of the game. We still have to show up to the game and execute properly.
For sure, Bonneville's probably gotten better, and they're a good team, and I think they did improve. But we just have to keep up what we did in that week in week 3 against them and practice hard and come off of the loss with a big win, and we have to stay intense.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
All right, moving on to hockey, the Lloydminster Bobcats made news today, acquiring defenseman Colton Baptiste from the OCN Blizzard from the Manitoba Junior Hockey League in exchange for Parker Sharp and Jack Petrino. Baptiste, along with the rest of the Cats, will try to pick up 5 out of a possible 8 points as they wrap up a 4-game road trip tonight in Spruce Grove. Matt Schumont has more on tonight's game.
The Bobcats have been playing solid hockey as of late, going 3-1-1 in their last 5 games and are starting to find more consistency in the lineup.
You know, we've made the right adjustments, throughout our lineup. We've got leadership in the room. We've got character. Guys are pulling together.
We're just coming together as a team. We're meshing more. We're getting more consistent lineup, right? And I think everybody's working pretty hard lately, so I think that's been a big factor.
The task at hand for tonight's game won't be an easy one, as the Orange and Black travel to Spruce Grove to take on a Saints team that have won 5 straight.
You just got to play our system and come out strong. We haven't came out too strong the last few games, so I think if we do that and just stick to our systems, we'll be fine.
Everybody committing, everybody working as hard as they can, and just running our systems, not getting away from what we set at practice and what we've set out to do.
The Border City Bunch will wrap up a 4-game road trip and would like nothing more to finish it on a good note and walk away with 5 out of a possible 8 points.
I mean, that would be perfect for us, the ideal scenario. And I mean, we're going to walk into this weekend looking for 4 points and go from there.
Obviously, our goal is to pick up the 8 points, but 5 out of 8, that's about 50%. And right now, that's really good for us.
Puck drop for tonight's game is at 7 o'clock. Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Meanwhile, the top team in the AJHL's North Division, the Bonneville Pontiacs, are at home tonight to take on the Canmore Eagles. 7 p.m. puck drop at RJ Lalonde Arena. Elsewhere, the 3-2 Lloydminster Bandits, led by scoring leader Chris Romanchuk, are on the road to take on Zach Saprovich and the Vegreville Rangers. Game time for that one is 8:30. It's the final weekend for the Lakeland Rustlers men's soccer team, and as Emmett Murphy reports, the playoffs are on the line.
The Rustlers conclude the regular season at home with a game against Lethbridge Saturday and Medicine Hat Sunday. The Rustlers and Rattlers are tied for the final playoff spot, making Sunday a do-or-die match.
We match up very well. I think that we have the ability to keep possession long enough, play on the ground or play in the air.
The team is confident they'll beat the Rattlers for the second time this year, but realize the weather may even the match out.
Make it into a pretty simple game of get the ball out of the dangerous areas and put it back into the dangerous areas, because there's going to be tons of mistakes if the weather has anything to do with it.
The Rustlers won the only other meeting between the clubs in Medicine Hat 2-1, but the only game that matters now is Sunday at 2:20 at VLA Fields.
Tons of confidence going in, just a matter of if we can execute in the moment. So it's down to us and down to how we can play in those final 90 minutes.
Emmett Murphy, Newcap Sports.